We've just arrived at the drum barracks and it's a fantastic place. It's not like anywhere I've ever investigated before. I think everyone else can say the same thing. So I'm really looking forward to this place.
I didn't realise that it was in such a built-up area. It's kind of in the middle of what we would call a housing estate. I thought it would sort of be in sort of quite open grassland.
It's kind of like just a big house as far as I can see.
It's very bright, it's very airy, the temperature is quite cool. I think it might be different when all the lights go on later, but it's a great place.
I've done a little bit of research with Kieran and all I know is that the blinds go up and down on their own. A lamp comes on in one of the rooms and there's been one ghost sighting here of the captain that used to be here. And a medium's been around and says it's, you know, it's full of old soldiers.
You feel like you're in a real, genuine piece of history, a piece of American history.
There's so much different information around that's not relevant. Some of it's relevant to this place, but a lot of it's relevant to just an era.
It's a task to put aside those visual clues. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. See what
happens. We've been at the drum barracks for a few hours now. It's a really interesting place. Richard Phoenix is going absolutely mental as he loves his military history. And there's guns and cannons and stuff everywhere, so I know he's like a kid in a sweet shop.
I'm into military history, that's obvious, but here we are at Drum Barracks. This was a Union barracks in the American Civil War. They're the ones that wore the blue uniforms, and the Confederacy wore grey. I've never come into a place before and felt like I feel here. I suppose the other word's emotional.
I'm having a few problems with frequencies on the radio mics. I don't know what's happening. I've got this frequency counter which is giving me some idea. So it goes from 150 in there by the cordless phone. That's right. That's almost bang on 150. Walking around, it increases until you get into the armoury and it goes up to 250 there. So I'm having a slightly stressful day, getting a lot of grief off everyone. They never know when to shut up, basically. So, looking forward to cracking on with the visuals and seeing what we get. I'm sure we're going to get something. Stay tuned.
As we come along this passageway, there's no fear of it. To me, it's very, very, it's like we're walking through the energies of movements of spirit people, not just one.
How many?
It's like them passing each other.
Yeah.
I feel as if you've got, there's a very graceful lady who walks up and down this passageway. Her energies are throughout this house, without a doubt. I tell you something, you're going to laugh at this, but when she comes across the energies of people of the darkened skin, she does not like them being here.
So who are they?
You're going to laugh. Indians.
Right.
A lot of them. A group of them.
What, you mean Red Indians?
Red Indians. In actual fact, there's 2 of them. 2 of them! Right. And I feel there's a slight torment with those souls, and I feel when their energies infiltrate and come in here, there's this like pent-up anger of the way they were slain, the way they were killed.
Yes. Were they actually in this building?
Well, let me tell you, before this building, Kieran, before this building, this part of the house, this area, would have been part of where these 2 Indians and others of the settlement would have been. It wouldn't have been this room. We're talking before this building was built.
Okay.
And this area must have been an area where maybe that one of those Indians who was like a chief or something would have his area. Yeah. And we're talking about a big settlement here.
Right.
A very big settlement.
I get, around the place generally as well actually, I get a very strong male figure, one strong male figure. He feels very commanding, and I mean that in every respect of the word. Commander, military, commanding man. Instantly getting the word James.
So is he here in this room now, or is he just in the whole building?
He's in the whole building, I think he's probably watching us. It feels actually more like he's just slightly outside of here. I'm trying desperate to ignore the fact that there's a dummy with a frock on it over there because I am picking up on a female and I'm trying to separate where I'm picking up on it or whether this is affecting me. And the first place that I'm drawn to is the bed. It's almost like if I was saying anything, it's like someone walks through the bed.
Are you talking about Colonel James or are you talking about maybe the woman that you picked up on?
I think it seems more like the female. There's it's an interesting place. There is a lot of activity. Great sounds of children playing sort of up and down here. There's a very dominant, and I mean that in the nicest way, little girl who seems a bit. She's a bit. You know, in Just William, that terrible character that was screaming through your thing.
Okay.
Sort of, it's a very dominant little girl. You know, I suspect that she was the daughter of someone who was in charge here. So therefore, anyone who knows the services knows that the children and the mother assume those rank amongst everybody else. Really, there's that, and a couple of little boys. I'd say 3 very dominant astral children.
What time period would you put, the colonel and the woman that you picked up on and the children? Are they all from the same time period?
They seem connected, so I would have to put them together. Mid 1800s.
Okay. And family? So
I would say family.
Really?
I would definitely. There is definitely a family feel to this.
Now my guess is right. He's not going to like this room, is he?
It's a bit cluttered. I actually don't feel his presence here anyway, to be honest. It doesn't feel as if he would have been in here. It's the same junior officers. They're not. They're nowhere near as senior as the other guy. So, and they give me the number 4. I think this may have been the room that was shared by 4 junior officers. So it's a smaller room.
So who, out of the whole house so far, who would you say, how many active presences are there?
I think on this level it feels more like the man, the woman and the children are
How
dominant.
many children? 2?
Well, 1 girl, 2 boys I've got. So more of a family feel up here. But in the whole house there feels as if there could be several soldiers as well as.
All right.
In the 3 years I've been working on Most Haunted, this is the first shoot I've ever been on when I've got absolutely nothing to do. And the reason I've got nothing to do is because I bust the camera on the last shoot. The wire that was connected to a light that goes on the top of here pulled the camera, fallen on the floor, hence I bust the camera. Which didn't go down too well with Carl, being a no, he owns the camera, so.
$800 it's costing to get it fixed. Which I'm not going to let him forget about in a long way.
He's not too happy. I'm not too happy, unfortunately, but these things do happen.
So you're without a job?
I'm jobless, so I'm not on the payroll at the moment, unfortunately.
No, you are. You're still getting paid. You just do nothing.
You told me before I wasn't getting paid. If you're not working, you're not getting paid.
Yeah. Did I say that?
Yeah.
No.
Rach, what are you doing?
Well, we just finished shooting a reconstruction, so we are going to be filming Richard Felix now.
This is just a small selection of these tapes that we use. And we have a box here. And by the time we've done one night shoot, that box is completely stuffed full of tapes. But Rach is really, really organised, and then she has to write like a shot list. So she writes every single shot, she writes it down.
We normally shoot up to about anything between 40 and 50 hours worth of footage. So you can imagine if we didn't do this, the people who had to, go through for the edit purposes would have an absolute nightmare on the job.
And without her, we wouldn't know what on earth has been shot, what's filmed, who's gone on what vigil, what's happened. So she really has a tough job to do. and I wouldn't like to do it at all. I wouldn't like to be in charge of all these tapes, would you?
I couldn't do
But
it.
if a tape had gone missing,
Oh,
and can you imagine if a tape gone missing and it was the one that we managed to catch a ghost on? Oh, how dreadful would Rachel feel?
Tapes go missing. They wander off. I just had to go and ask John Dibley for this tape because he had it in his pocket. He takes it out of the camera and puts it in his pocket.
But at least he hasn't lost it.
Well, he could have lost it because if I hadn't gone asking, it could have gone walkies.
I think something's going to happen. I really do. I've not even walked around it, but I've got a really good feeling about this place. And I don't normally say that.
We better need to speak about something.
What?
I've relabelled everyone's radio mics in silver, but I haven't done yours yet. Do you want me to do yours in silver, or do you want to be in black still?
No, I like black.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Yeah.
Often when we do get audibles, they come on the radio mics, not on the boom, and I can isolate them. Because of that, I can isolate the position of the sound in the room.
And whose mic it was on?
Yeah.
Well, we're just about to go into the parlour now to do a séance, and we thought we'd basically do this investigation differently. So by doing a séance, we've done it before a long time ago, but I think on the live shows, where we've started off with a séance, and that has actually got things going for the rest of the evening.
Just on the séance in the parlour, with Richard, Carl, Sarah, Yvette, myself, Kieran was there, Liberty was there.
David asked a question, and I heard a voice say, I thought it said, audible.
Can I ask you a question? It seems to me that you crossed over into the light and decided to come back here, is that right?
We listened back to it, and there's definitely a voice there, and it definitely isn't any of us.
Can I ask you a question? It seems to me that you crossed over into the light and decided to come back here, is that right?
It sounds like you. That sounds like you.
Not straight away. Yeah, maybe it is me. I'm not saying it is, but maybe it is me. And this is what I mean, we need to verify what the word is. Because
It's audible.
if I had said something else, and then he said, and I got the word audible, I wouldn't have known, would I? I wouldn't have said, oh yeah, that was me, if I was saying something else. No, that's not you.
I didn't have Kieran's radio mic up during that sequence, and that's why when you said, I had to ask you to repeat something at the end of it, because your mic was faded down, and that voice is right in the radio mic.
Right, what we have to do now is play this to the girls and just ask them what.
Yes, we need to, because
People who
are
are
in
control, because we all know we are listening for audible.
When you listen back to it, it sounds more like it's a name.
The jury's still out at the moment as to what was actually said on it. We're trying for the control stuff to see if everybody else gets the same thing.
Does this sound like?
Something Alderman or something, or something like, I don't know, Alderman or like, I don't know.
And Kath, what did you think it was?
I said it's the same. It's audible or horrible or something.
We're going to listen to the MP3 recorder now.
It's quite interesting that.
That peak there on the waveform is the sound that we're after.
Oh, right, okay.
I decided to come back here, is that right?
Still sounds like an A to me. Sounds like audible.
To me now it sounds like Alderman.
Does it?
Yeah.
Your first thing was someone said audible, so we've all heard audible, but I think we're now trying to find a name to fit.
No, well, that's what when I said Waterwell is the nearest thing I can come up with, but it isn't Waterwell, and it's now changing, and it sounds like Kieran.
Interesting thing is now I've heard it again, it doesn't sound like Kieran.
No, it isn't.
I'm convinced it isn't Kieran.
Doing that now.
There's no explanation for it now.
Yeah.
No normal explanation. Logical explanation, yeah, that's the best way of putting it. There's no logical explanation for it.
Rachel's banned a leg and it's actually swollen at the moment.
Are you okay?
What we're going to do is get some eyes and just stick it on there, just for the time being.
It was unbelievable.
Are you allowed to tell us now? What?
Yeah. Well, first of all,
Is that their song?
no, he played Dixie, and all these knocks started on the floor. Tap on the table, and again, on the floor. Yeah.
Oh, it's really strong.
Here we go.
That is amazing.
By asking questions, we found out it was the Colonel John, and he said that his wife was here, and we said, are the children here? And we said, please knock to tell us how many children are with you. And he went,
Would you please knock once for each child that's with you in this
wow, that's amazing. And then we decided to play another song, which was to his liking, his sort of song that he would have liked. And we played Glory, Glory, Hallelujah. And it was almost as if, underneath the table, it was like someone was tapping their foot to the time of the music. Oh, God, I feel it tapping underneath. Yeah, no, it is.
He loves it.
Keep
with us. This is just for you. It's tapping to the tune.
It was just a bizarre experience. Very strange.
Because you know while we was up there, I was just trying to think, we felt, when we first went in there, we felt like it was like really, well, I don't know if that was the expectations of going in there, and we were like this.
She was cuddling me.
Is there somebody here with us? Could you make a more definite sign?
Well, David said something very interesting. He actually said that he said he's left here. And he said he's gone upstairs to the girls. He said there's a man up there with them. And this colonel is going to go upstairs and tell him politely to leave you alone.
Is there somebody here with us? I think I have smelt you. What I feel like, like somebody's walking around us. I hear footsteps. Well, you know,
So a man must have been up there, the spirit of a man, supposed spirit of a man must have been up there with
it
him.
was really weird. Good that.
Very strange.
The last seance we just did was amazing. It was for me, because me and my dad were very, very keen on the American Civil War and the Confederacy, and I actually had Dixie played at my dad's funeral, and we've been playing it here tonight, and I got very emotional. We've just done a seance, and the glass comes to me and says there's someone who wants to make contact with me, and it's my dad. Dad, if it is you, I know why you've come, because obviously we were playing Dixie earlier, and we actually played that at your funeral. Alright, I want you to tell me the name of mother, of my mum, of your wife, and I'm going to go for 3 names. Move the glass to the right name of my mother, so that we can prove that it's you that's out there. Was mum's name Susan? Was it Alice? Was it Aileen?
No.
Is that right? Yeah, Florence Aileen. Yeah, always went by the name of Aileen, of course. Been dead for 14 years, and he decides to come through to me in an American Civil War museum in America. Absolutely phenomenal. So, what more can I say?
It's just the glass did move, but I don't know, it's very hard to say why it's moving. I knew it wasn't me pushing it, but it just feels a bit odd.
Do I think this place is haunted? Most definitely.
I think generally it was dynamically a very different place, and everybody was getting experiences.
Some of it I will put down to the paranormal, some of it you can put down to like, I don't know, the crew's footsteps. So yeah, I don't necessarily, this place is paranormal.
Has anything paranormal happened in terms of the communication and the seances?
There were very, very definite knocks on the table that could have been nothing but knocks on the table. It wasn't us pushing the table or banging the floor.
The second one I did with Richard and a couple of others, I don't think any of that was paranormal. There was inaccuracies with a lot of questions, but I think it was quite significant emotionally for a few people.
And then when we were singing, it really did sound like somebody banging their feet in time to the music, and yet nobody was moving. That was really exciting and exhilarating.
In terms of me playing the piano, I apologise if any of my piano teachers from my past were watching, because it was dreadful. I do apologise, but I was sight reading and playing old Civil War tunes that I really didn't know that well.
The viewers who are watching this back home, if they're after a haunted weekend, this is the place to come, Los Angeles.
I've had a fantastic night. I'd stay here forever. I love it. But I can't. Gotta go.
But anyway, hope you enjoyed this evening at the Drum Barracks.
Paranormal or not, I don't know. But it's a great end to the vigil, it really is. And join us next week. See if we can actually get a ghost.
Somebody shoot that dog.